By the mid-1980s, Hulk Hogan wasn't just a champion, he was the face of an industry. Hulkamania had taken over. The audiences were bigger, the reactions were louder, the reach was global. What Vince McMahon had envisioned was now a reality. Professional wrestling had changed, but even at the height of it all, there was one challenge left, one name that stood above the rest: Andre the Giant. And in 1987, those two forces would collide, in a moment that wouldn't just define a career, but would change wrestling forever. For over a decade, Andre the Giant had been something more than a wrestler. He was an attraction, a spectacle, a presence that didn't need explanation. At over 7 feet tall, and weighing more than 500 pounds, he wasn't just bigger, he was different. Promoters built entire events around him. Crowds filled arenas just to see him, and more importantly, he wasn't beaten, not in any traditional sense. For years, Andre stood as the immovable force of professional wrestling, and that made him something very dangerous, because no one had ever truly proven he could fall. But in 1987, something shifted. Andre the Giant turned his back on Hulk Hogan, the alliance, the respect. It was gone, and in its place was something far more compelling: conflict. For the first time, the unstoppable giant was positioned as the obstacle, standing between Hulk Hogan and the future of the industry. The stage was set, not just for a match, but for something bigger, a moment, one that would be seen by more people than anything in wrestling before it. March 29th, 1987, WrestleMania III, Pontiac Silverdome, more than 90,000 people in attendance. A crowd unlike anything wrestling had ever seen, and at the center of it all, Hulk Hogan, facing Andre the Giant. The energy was different, tighter, waiting, because no one knew what was about to happen. Two forces colliding on the biggest stage possible, and for the first time, there was doubt. Could Hulk Hogan actually do it? Could anyone? And then it happened. Hulk Hogan lifted Andre the Giant. A moment that didn't feel real. Thousands of people watching, trying to process what they were seeing, and then he slammed him. The impact echoed across the arena. The reaction was instant, eruptive, overwhelming. In that moment, the impossible had happened. The undefeated giant had fallen. That night changed everything. Hulk Hogan didn't just win, he became something bigger. The symbol of an entire era. Wrestling had reached a new level. Larger audiences, greater visibility, a scale that had never existed before. And at the center of it all was that moment, the slam, a single act that would be replayed, remembered, and referenced for decades to come. But moments like that don't stay at the top forever, because after Hulkamania reached its peak, the industry began to change again. New challengers, new ideas, new competition, and eventually, a different version of Hulk Hogan would emerge, one that no one expected, and that would change everything all over again.